My name's Jason McClure and I'm the Senior Agronomist based at Elders in Naracoorte, covering the Western Vic and southeast of South Australia. This trial has been part of our national program, collaborating with Bayer. It's given us an opportunity to show how Mateno Complete can perform and hopefully trial and see what it does in our local environment. This trial site's located at Francis on the South Australian-Victorian border. It's about 520 mil rainfall on a heavy loam. The paddock was barley last year and probably has been a little bit of a forgotten area of the farm, hence it's got quite a high ryegrass population. Perfect for trying to test out the best of these pre-emergent herbicides. So we had Rockstar wheat sown on the 27th of May. We had 11 mil rain just prior to seeding. We used a knife point press wheel system to incorporate the treatments by sowing, and then had very little rain until about the middle of June. So we had Mateno Complete in this trial at several timings, early post-emergent and incorporated by sowing. We had Triflurin, Overwatch and Luxamax as the pre-emergence, followed by Mateno Complete at the early post-emergent timing. We used two timings in the early post-emergent, the 1 to 2 leaf ryegrass stage and also at 4 to 5 leaf ryegrass stage. Due to the dry start, when it was incorporated by sowing, we had poorer weed control, but as we went to that early post-emergent timing, especially the 1 to 2 leaf stage, the control was far better with that pre-emergent on top of that. Mateno Complete was applied at 750 mils and 1 litre. The 1 litre rate showed better control. It was also used IBS and early post-emergent at those rates. So yeah, we've got 36 different treatments in this trial. So we were looking at what industry standard is, what grower district practice is, and trying to compare them to where we can incorporate Mateno Complete into our programs and get the best outcome for our growers. So we had a relatively late break for the area, and with only 11 mil falling just prior to sowing, which didn't allow the activation of a lot of the pre-emergence, the IBS applications. We then got good follow-up rain around the early post-emergent timing, which helped activate the Mateno Complete at that 1 to 2 leaf timing. At the EPE timing, we didn't really see too much crop effect in any of the treatments. A couple of the IBS treatments had a little bit. It was a relatively low broadleaf population, so we didn't get a lot of data back on those. Mateno Complete was distinctly better when it was used at that 1 to 2 leaf stage in early post-emergent. I think with the new registration and use pattern of Mateno Complete, that'll really give us a bit more control into the back end of the season with ryegrass control, and also give us some in-furrow control. When it did start to rain in June, it kept coming. We had near record July rainfall, followed by a dryish August and September, which probably prevented a bit of waterlogging damage. Then we got really timely rains the end of September and through into October. Quite often we get waterlogged and we lose crop competition. Ryegrass can then take over in those waterlogged areas, and that extra length of control in that August period and getting good 10 weeks out of something like Mateno Complete will help prevent those blowouts in those wetter, waterlogged years. The strength of Mateno Complete is that it offers that flexibility of timing depending on the soil conditions at seeding and early post-emergent to get some longer control. Having the diflufenicin component to prevent some early broadleaf germinations will add some value. Fortunately for Australian farmers, we've had several new modes of action come to the market in that pre-emergent space. Mateno Complete will allow us to help rotate those herbicide groups and using them in different crops so that we can help prevent the onset of resistant ryegrass. The role EPE will play will help with that timing and what the soil conditions, moisture conditions are at seeding, so possibly delaying the application of Mateno and incorporating another pre-emergent if we've got a dry start. If we've got good soil moisture conditions at seeding, then using Mateno Complete or one of our other herbicide groups to help rotate the groups that we're using. Mateno Complete's length of control really adds to the value of it, and that's where I really see the strength of it in our programs and recommending it to our clients.